The Cowboys season has officially come to an end after our Sunday morning loss to the Giants. With a very injured Giants team, I might say. And thus ends the 2025-2026 season for the Cowboys. Disappointing in a lot of ways. Exciting in very few ways. But ultimately, I guess we're going to talk about what we thought about it and what we think about it. Disclaimer. We recorded this only a couple hours before Matt Eberflus was fired. So we bring him up and him not being fired up a decent amount. Enjoy the video. Our final record was 7-9-1. That tie being to the Green Bay Packers in week 4. And yeah, we're just going to talk about this team and how we evolved throughout the season, or didn't evolve.
We devolved.
Devolved, maybe. But we're gonna start from week 1, though. We're gonna start from week 1.
Yeah, the false hope game.
The false hope game, yes, in many ways.
For both teams, in a sense, too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But for both teams, week 1 in Philadelphia against the Eagles, we lose
24-20.
24-20.
The game started as a shootout from both teams, and then second half was a defensive half, and that's where the false hope comes in for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I think throughout that whole game, the secondary was actually doing pretty good, which made us happy about the season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we lost, we're still kind of pretty much in a good mood.
Yeah, so I mean, this was coming off of Eagles Super Bowl victory, and we were like, well, we had a pretty good game against the Eagles. And their receivers, they have a good receiver group, and our defense held them, and Saquon Barkley a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were like, obviously it hurts to lose, but I think it was a decent defensive showing, and our offense showed sparks. If CeeDee Lamb didn't drop some passes, we win that game.
Mm-hmm. Javonte Williams never fumbled. We still win that game.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we came out of week 1 thinking this might be a decent season.
Mm-hmm. CeeDee Lamb picked up where he left off.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a good glimpse of what George Pickens could do if he doesn't get the ball.
George Pickens didn't play that game, did he?
Yeah, he did. He drew some good pass interference calls, which made the Cowboys get in good field range.
Yes, you're right. Well, it's just that now that game's in a different light, just because the Eagles, even though they end up winning the NFC East, don't have a good offense.
Yeah.
They didn't have a good offense. They had good offense for like 3 quarters this season, and then they were pretty bad for the rest of the time. So week 2, the Giants visit us in Dallas, and with Russell Wilson as their QB, and we end up having a super shootout that goes into overtime, which we end up winning 40-37.
Yep, in overtime, 40-37. This was a game that I said the Cowboys were super lucky to have Brandon Aubrey.
Yes.
Definitely, this is the game that definitely showed how bad our defense is, especially in the weaker spots.
Definitely showed how bad our secondary was.
They made Russell Wilson look like prime Russell Wilson.
He's just out there dropping freaking nukes, and we're just staring at him. Yeah, this was just a game that showed us how bad our defense was and how good our offense could be, but against a decent Giants defense, albeit young. Yeah, we saw the glimpses of the first great game from Pickens and Williams and Lamb and Prescott. That was like, oh shoot, our offense might be scary, but our defense might be paper.
I guess before we started talking about the season, Cowboys traded Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Cowboys got Kenny Clark, supposed to be a good run stopper. And like what you said, we saw that really well in the first week. And I think week 2, the Giants were running all over the Cowboys for a little bit.
No, I think Scadaboo had like 70 or 80 yards, which isn't good. But the reason the Giants were in that game was because they were dropping bombs on our secondary, and the
Yeah.
issue was we didn't have a pass rush to put pressure on Wilson. Yeah,
Okay, not that
they
bad.
had 84 yards of total rushing. Scadaboo, their running back, one had 45. So yeah, they didn't have a prolific running game or anything. It was all in the passing with Russell Wilson's freaking 450 yards. That's what hurt us. And again, it was because our secondary was getting burnt and our pass rush wasn't getting pressure on Russell Wilson.
Obviously, both weeks showed how well Dak can throw the ball deep too. What I liked about that Giants game, especially from Dak Prescott, was that Dak was using his legs more.
Yeah.
And I really like Dak when he's able to scramble and run for a first down. Honestly, even though that game was like super close when it shouldn't have been, I think I was kind of excited because it showed how aggressive the Cowboys could get to try to win.
Yeah.
But that defense just sucked to watch. It was just bad to watch.
It was terrible. I actually remember I wasn't watching this game. I was listening to this game. And I was just like, what is happening, dude? I was just hearing bomb after bomb. I was just like, what's going on?
Trayvon and Bland getting burnt. I think what really solidified that Cowboys have a bad defense was the game against the Bears. The Bears, even though they were showing good signs of being a pretty decent team this year, I felt like the Cowboys should have had that game.
Yeah, that was definitely before they got into their stride.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of the reason they started getting into their stride.
So you're welcome, Bears.
You're welcome, Bears. Yeah, you owe your success this season to us.
Yeah, well, I also thought Caleb Williams was improving a little bit each year.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Ben Johnson's a good head coach, which is why I was like, hey, this Bears offense has good pieces, has a good head coach now, good offensive-minded head coach. Like, they're going to be scary, but I thought that our offense could overpower. Didn't end up happening because
this was the game where Javonte Williams got pickpocketed.
Yes,
That set, almost, say that almost set the tone. I don't know if that was.
Oh yeah, this is the game. CD messed up his ankle with that pretty dumb jet sweep, or no, he was just lined up as a running back in the backfield. It was dumb. No reason to do that. Ended up hurting his ankle. We didn't have him, and only ended up scoring 14 points this game.
Yeah, definitely showed how bad the defense was. I thought it'd be kind of scary with CeeDee Lamb out from the offense because up to that point, CeeDee Lamb was the main receiver at that point.
And in the Bears game, it seemed like, we lost some mid-game and we got all out of whack. But in games when we didn't have both him and Pickens later in the season, we were still pretty calm and cool and high-powered offense.
I think that game with CeeDee Lamb being out, or after that game, really opened up George Pickens to show how good of a signing he was. Cowboys never get Pickens, even though they got like decent third and fourth receivers.
Yeah,
I don't think they win as many games. I don't think they win as many games without having Pickens while CeeDee Lamb was out.
Yeah, definitely.
But also watching that game made me kind of question if CeeDee Lamb's like truly that number one receiver. What are the Cowboys gonna do? Because at that point they almost they didn't score. They never saw the end zone again, right? After CD got hurt, the whole game.
We got one more touchdown after that.
Yeah, but that was
or maybe
garbage time touchdown, right?
No. We didn't score in the second half.
Oh no, it was a garbage time interception in the end zone.
Yes. We didn't score at all in the second half.
Yeah.
I think we got one more touchdown after that CD injury. I could be wrong. And then after that, it was just field goals.
Even though we're doing a Cowboys video, I'm gonna praise the Bears too a little bit. I saw a little bit of the old Lions offense because the Lions offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I think the Bears have been pretty bad for a while now. I think it's kind of cool to see them being decent.
Yeah.
But I still stand by what I said. Cowboys definitely should have had this game.
I think so. It was still early in their development. I definitely think that at the end of the season they're a pretty complete team, but at that point in the season they were not, and we should have had that game.
Yeah. Also, Cowboys defense. How would they allow that flea flicker?
Oh yeah.
Trayvon Diggs completely got burnt. Overread the toss and left his receiver wide open. And I think that's kind of the game where he kind of had that I don't really care attitude.
Yeah.
Because of Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, I don't know, they're best friends. I don't think he's gonna like the Cowboys after that.
Then week 4 against the Packers and Micah Parsons. We had another shootout. It was the shootingest shootout that ever shootouted. It's a pretty exciting game. Fun game to watch. Very frustrating with the defense.
Yeah, Cowboys definitely should have won that game. Whenever they played the replay back, I for sure thought that was the longest second ever to hit before it hit 0. But yeah, that extra little second they gave them, Packers are able to go for the tie.
Oh, sure.
I really don't like football games ending in ties.
No, nobody does.
So if the Packers, it kind of pains me to say this, but if the Packers would have went for it and scored, I would have respected that more than them taking the field goal. I mean, I would have preferred that if the Cowboys were in that position too.
Anything before overtime?
Yeah, after that Bears game, I was fully expecting the Cowboys to kind of get blown out this game. I was expecting Micah Parsons to have his revenge game, and I was kind of surprised that the offensive line was able to hold Micah.
Yeah. We didn't take a sack until overtime.
Yeah,
and I don't really think that was a sack, but
yeah, I don't know. It kind of looked like Dak got to the line of scrimmage or a little ahead of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's cool he got a sack against his former team. I'm actually surprised the Packers defense let up as many points, too.
Yeah, as it did at that point in the season, it had looked pretty dominant. But our offense looked like it beat a pretty good defense, which towards the end of the season, Packers had a lot of the struggles as well, including their defense. But that was especially after some key injuries. So
yeah, overall fun game to watch.
Yes.
I think Cowboys offense took a little bit to get going too. I think.
Yeah, I think we didn't score in the first drive. Yeah, we were down by 2 scores for a little bit, but came back and got on that. I think we had an interception. Or a fumble.
Yeah, it was the interception or fumble before the half. Before
halftime.
Block
extra point.
Yeah, that was their first touchdown.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, well, that was their first score.
Yeah, the game was fun to watch, man. One thing I gotta say, after Dak's overtime bomb to Turpin. We were in the red zone. I cannot believe we didn't score.
Yeah.
And that was indicative of what became a thing we kept complaining about throughout the season. Our red zone offense, I don't know why. I mean, they were so scared to run the ball in the red zone. And with good running backs and a good old line. And obviously there's less space to run in the end zone, in the red zone, but you have to do it a couple times. We just passed the ball 4 times straight every time we were in the red zone. Tough.
Yeah, I mean, just trust Javonte Williams at that point.
Or
He can
Lipke.
or Lipke.
I'm mad. I'm still
Yeah.
mad. He only had the only reason he has more than one carry is because they used him in week 18, a garbage game. Lipke could have been a weapon, and they just decided not to use him. I fully believe that.
Yeah, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wanted to pass because they weren't really right there at the 1 yard line, but
Yeah.
they run the ball. They can surely get there. They can get that close. If they score a touchdown, the Cowboys or Packers never would settle for a field goal.
Yeah, and the closest we got to scoring right there was when Dak scrambled.
Yeah.
And
it got that. Micah got his sack.
Just barely. And again, I don't think that should count as a sack. Or, yeah. But yeah, the fact that we didn't score in that situation was pretty unbelievable to me.
Yeah. I just hate whenever teams pass in the red zone.
Yeah.
Especially like when they're on the 5 or 3 yard line.
Mm-hmm. Give the ball to your running back at least once, dude. You gotta try it at least once.
Yeah, and I can get how he fumbled in the Eagles game. He got a fumble in the Bears game, but that fumble wasn't close to the end zone. You should still give him a shot.
Yeah.
Still give him a chance to score for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, end up tying in that game, and that was another failure in our defense to give them. I mean, they almost had the chance to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
In that overtime, ended up settling for the field goal. So I guess both a failure and success for the defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think around that time Jordan Love was scrambling, and it was the longest scramble.
Yeah.
Cowboys couldn't tackle or sack him.
Mm-hmm.
Which was also my frustration. At least up to this point of the season, I didn't like how any of our defensive players wrapped up anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They just hit him with their shoulder and expected the player to fall.
Yeah.
And I don't like when players tackle like that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So it's really frustrating. Wrap him up. What they always say in high school.
Mm-hmm.
After that Packers game,
Cowboys played New York Jets.
Yeah, and we beat them
37-22.
37-22. They definitely scored more than they should have, but those were garbage time touchdowns. So,
and Justin Fields was still their the Jets' experimental quarterback.
Yeah.
Honestly, that game went almost exactly how I thought it would go.
I agree. There was a tiny part of me that was like, "Ooh, something weird's gonna happen." It didn't.
Yeah, I remember that part of the season. I was like, I feel more worried about the Panthers and the Jets.
Yeah.
Cowboys won. That should have been an easy game.
Yep.
It was.
And it was. Then we played
the Carolina Panthers.
And we ended up losing
30-27.
30-27. Rico Dowdle was in his 3-week stretch of utter dominance.
Mm-hmm. He had his revenge game.
He had how many yards he had on us?
Was it like 130 something?
183 yards.
Never mind. I was way off.
That's with 6.1 average yards per carry. Yeah, he just utterly destroyed our defensive line. Which again, that one hurt because that was supposed to be the only thing we were decent as a defense.
Yeah.
Have a guy run for almost 200 yards. Boy, howdy, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, even then, they still had their way on the air. Bryce Young was at 199 yards, 3 for 3 touchdowns. So we only had 1 sack. Yeah, really, really, really rough.
Yeah.
That game made me mad.
This was Pickens' highlight game too, I believe.
Well, I mean, he had a pretty great game against the Packers too. But yeah, he continued playing great in this game.
Yeah, this is the game this is the game that was kind of like that made me go, oh shoot, I'm glad we got this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was playing hard. He was fighting for those extra yards, and you just gotta respect that from seeing a football player.
Yeah. But yeah, just another failure by our defense. And I mean, 27 points is perfectly acceptable from the offense. Not amazing, or not, not
Yeah, they
brilliant, but it's perfectly acceptable. It's good, at the very least. It's 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. Pretty good game. We end up losing this game 3 points.
Yeah.
And that's because they ended up kicking a game-winning field goal, right? Yeah, they kicked a game-winning field goal at the last second. But that again, I can't believe how much time do they have to get in field goal range? I don't know. I actually don't know.
Yeah, it was up until this point where we lost against the Bears. I was like, we're gonna get blown out against Green Bay, tie against Green Bay. Jets, I was like, they better win against the Jets. They win against the Jets. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling better about this Carolina game. They lose against Carolina, and I'm like, man, come on.
Well, now we know Carolina's a playoff team, technically.
An 8-9 playoff team.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like equivalent to the Cowboys being in the playoffs at 8-8?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, my emotions for this season were like that the whole time.
Is our defense bad enough to drag on our offense? That became the question. Is our offense good enough to drag up our defense? Those were the questions for every sports analyst and Cowboys fan. Then we ended up playing the Washington Commanders, and we beat them pretty easily. This was a team struggling with injuries, and just football, even when they weren't injured, but definitely struggling with injuries. Didn't have any or completely healthy receiver room. And it showed. We held them decently well, at least for the Cowboys defense.
Yeah. Because I was kind of worried about Deebo Samuel being able to catch and run those jet sweeps against our defense. But I think it was that he was out that game. And Terry McLaurin, I forgot all about him. I don't think he had that good of a game.
I don't
even think he played at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
This was also the game CeeDee Lamb came back, and CeeDee Lamb picked up right where he left off too, with receiving over 100 yards again.
Yeah, and then Jaden Daniels also got hurt during this game. So
yeah.
So we beat them. I think our offense looked good.
Deron Bland got his pick 6 again.
Sure, against Mariota. Our offense looked good. It looked great again against a defensive-minded head coach, Dan Quinn.
Our old defensive coordinator.
And I guess because they didn't have any receivers and lost their quarterback in the third quarter, they only scored 22 points. And they don't have a running back. I don't know why they traded what's-his-face before the season. Brian Robertson Jr. Or Austin Eckler. Who did they trade? They had one of those guys, traded one and kept the other. And they didn't have a running back. So they didn't really have an offense, and they still scored 22 points. But felt like a good win, and you always hope that maybe you can build up momentum, confidence builder, and stuff like that. But then, of course, we ended up going to Denver.
I thought this game was going to be pretty close.
Yes.
I'll admit I thought this game was going to be pretty close.
I agree. Because we were very similar teams, but in opposite ways.
Yeah. Plus,
where the Broncos had the best defense in the league and a pretty whack offense.
Yeah. And I fully believe that Dak Prescott was the better quarterback out of the teams. Mostly because Bo Nix. I've known him for overthrowing or underthrowing passes.
Yeah.
So I thought if we have that Bo Nix, or if we play that Bo Nix, Cowboys could have a not easy but decent game against Broncos.
Yeah.
That was the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I think again what made us mad was passing in the red zone. I forgot how they got there, but it was I think in the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how they got there, if it was a good play or a penalty, like a real big penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cowboys still came up with 3 points instead of 7 after being that close.
Right.
I think if anything, that was a super frustrating game.
Yeah,
Remember-
definitely. I mean,
Because of how bad the Cowboys are getting beat. This felt like the longest game ever. Like so far this whole season, all of Dak's Prescott's were not, or out of Dak's interceptions were not his fault.
Yeah.
I think he had like only 1 or 2 interceptions this season that were like real bad interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them were because they hit the receivers in the hands and they just couldn't catch it.
Yeah.
So I see that as like not the quarterback's fault, but the receiver's fault for. I mean, if it hits their hands, they should be able to catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dak Prescott had 2 interceptions in this game. I honestly have no idea when they were. I think around that point of the game, I was kind of like not paying attention.
Yeah, I don't recall. I think one of them was early.
I honestly don't remember this game at all.
Just
Except for like us being so close to the end zone and us coming away with only 3 points.
right. Yeah. Bad loss. Just a bad loss.
Yeah, that definitely made me be like,
Yep.
Broncos might be decent.
Yeah, especially after we wanted to build momentum off the Commanders win, and it just punched in the gut.
The Cowboys played the Arizona Cardinals.
We sure did.
Was it Gerard Taylor as their quarterback?
Yes.
They played Gerard Taylor. Again, I thought Dak Prescott was the better quarterback of the team, or the 2 teams. And I thought, even though the defense was bad, I thought our defense could definitely hold the Cardinals.
Yeah. That was wrong. They just every time they had 3rd down, they would just get the 1st down automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And also we had to kick like 6 field goals in this game. How many field goals did we kick? We kicked way too many field goals in this game. And again, it's just in the red zone on the shorter field, we struggled in sometimes as an offense.
Mm-hmm.
Or instead of
Yeah.
kicking a field goal, we went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So I think we went for it on 4th down 3 or 4 times when we could have kicked a field goal in this game.
Mm.
So very unfortunate. Very, very.
Yeah, I think but even though I said I do like whenever they're that aggressive and they go for it on 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like in my mind, it was like our defense is bad. Probably scoring a touchdown would be like the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But I can see how going for it on 4th down, like super early, not really knowing if you should go for it yet. Yeah, definitely showed that they should have, or this game definitely showed that you take the points first.
Yeah, I think with a bad defense even more so, because you don't know, you need the points. I think you can either be not get 4 points or lose 3 points, basically. Especially with Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah.
Even though he had his troubles towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I just think that's because they used him.
If we had 6-9 more points in that game, then the end of the game plays out a lot differently. The Cardinals aren't as secure, and maybe we can capitalize on it a little bit more. But
Yeah, definitely. I think. Oh, was it this game? Was it this game that I was talking about where they scored off of that blocked punt?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cowboys blocked the punt, scored. Was that their first touchdown of the game or
Yeah.
second?
It was our
Was
first
it first
touchdown
one?
game. We had maybe we had a field goal before then. But it was our first touchdown of the game.
Yeah. I think that definitely sparked something in the Cowboys because that's when they started scoring some points, I think.
A little bit.
Yeah, but also I think I remember saying the offense looked a little burnt out.
Yes,
even though that's not
definitely.
really a good excuse, but I thought to me they were burnt out, so I thought it was a good thing that next week was their bye week.
I absolutely agree, but we really needed to end with a
Yeah.
win before the bye week, especially going into the trade deadline.
Mhm.
We were like, we need this to even justify kind of going all out.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I know it's not an excuse.
No, but
But-
I mean, I think it was. You could tell that they were tired because they were carrying the entire team up until that point, and would continue to do so for the rest of the season. It's just they had to be the best offense in the league, or we had no chance of winning. That's absolutely exhausting. So that bye week definitely was
Yeah.
needed. Just fortunate we couldn't get a win before getting into the bye week. Yeah, in the bye week we traded a next year's first round pick from the Packers. Right? We traded the Packers one way?
I think so.
Or no, it was the thing where we
yeah.
traded away whichever one's gonna be higher. For Quinn Williams, we traded that first round pick in Mozzie Smith for Quinn Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good ad. Quinn Williams, great player. Made an impact. Seems like he likes it here. I like
Yeah.
him. Pretty chill. We also traded for Logan Wilson for a 7th round pick. He didn't really play when he got here, which I think was a mistake because I think he would have been an upgrade. But I guess.
Yeah, which I think about this point of the season, we were
done.
We're all
we were
kind
ready to
of
fire
yeah.
Eberflus. Bring in me. I'll do a better job. But Jerry doesn't fire coaches mid-season no matter what, unless they sleep with his wife or kid or something. So
Eberflus shouldn't be gone a long time ago.
yes. But after the bye week, we play the Las Vegas Raiders, and we beat them pretty good.
33-16.
33-16. Had a good defensive game. We were like, maybe Quinn Williams and this new linebacker could do something. Plus, Siobhan Ravel Jr. came back from injury, or maybe that was still a couple weeks out.
I don't know. I think it was Overshown. Overshown came back from injury.
They were like, hey, our pass rush looks decent.
Quinn Williams got his first sack, I think, that game.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought there should be no way for the Cowboys to lose this game. If they do, I'm gonna scratch this season off. They missed the playoffs, which was around this time of this part of the season. They had to win almost every game, to at least stay in the playoffs.
Yep. And we beat the Raiders, and felt pretty good about it. And then we played the Eagles again, this time in Dallas.
Yep.
And we beat them. And it was a pretty good game. Also.
Scored 24 unanswered points after Philly went up 21-0.
Yeah, never mind. That was frustrating.
What happened? The beginning of the game?
Yeah, but hey.
Yeah, of course.
But, I mean, holding them at 21... And again, the Eagles' offense wasn't prolific or anything this season. But holding the 21 for two full quarters, 2.5 full quarters.
Yeah, see?
It was like, okay, maybe, look, I mean, I know they're not that good at offense, but okay, we can maybe do something. And then, of course, our offense, after not doing well, the first half came back and did what we knew they could do. And, Brandon Aubrey kicks the game-winning field goal.
This Eagles game, I was like, if this whole season didn't didn't prove why George Pickens had to be re-signed.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely the game to show that he definitely showed why he wants it, needs that contract.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember going into this game too, thinking, all right, Cowboys defense isn't that good. Let's see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles scored quick 21 points,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, and it's not even, I think it wasn't even halftime yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, this is gonna be a huge blowout. And then I think before halftime, our offense started getting it together.
Yeah.
Scored a touchdown before halftime. And then the
And
defense surprised me the second half.
Is it this game or am I thinking of a different game? No, it was this game where we somehow we turned the ball over, made Barkley fumble, and didn't do anything with that turnover. And despite the punt, we made them fumble off the punt. And despite being like 15 yards away, we didn't do anything and had to kick a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jesus, that one I was like, well, yeah,
No, yeah, that, like what we said earlier, was the whole offense in the red zone thing.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Shorter field. It's just like, oh my, we didn't score there. I was mad. I was like, if we lose because we didn't score there,
yeah.
But we ended up winning. And again, defense held in the entire last 2.5 quarters. So we're like, hey, we know our offense is good. Defense did good to end this game. Let's go to Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving, Nickers?
Yep. It was the Eagles and then
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Who were very
iffy.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Up and down.
Up and down. Very
zigzag.
Very
inconsistent.
Inconsistent this season. But still weren't terrible by any means, especially before Mahomes' injury.
Yeah, no.
And there's still the Kansas City Chiefs.
They still played a good game. They got their receiver back from what? After being
tackled by his own teammate in the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy, they had their other receiver come off of that
I don't remember, but car crash.
Yeah, after that car crash suspension, yeah. But I think that was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago
before, I think. But yeah, a pretty good game against the Chiefs. Yeah, you're right. They've had those pieces come back, and they both played well. Mm-hmm. And we still end up winning this game 30-28, 30-27?
31-28.
31-28.
Ooh, and I thought this game was going to be a bad game, especially because this was one of the interceptions that I thought was a pretty bad interception from Dak.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I thought because of that, I was
right
like,
at the start. I was just like... I was ready to be like, oh.
We're having this kind of Thanksgiving again.
Yeah. But after that, Dak turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
We had ourselves a game, and our defense did enough, especially after like that first touchdown. You can't blame the defense for at all.
Yeah.
So, the defense let 17 points, maybe charging for 21 total. Mm-hmm. So it's not a bad game from defense against Pat Mahomes with two good receivers and Kelsey. So
yep, and
it was another thing. I was like, hey, we're building up momentum. I'm starting to feel pretty good about it. I think we have a chance of making the playoffs, actually.
Yeah, it was it. Because I thought that was... Yeah, this was around the hardest stretch of the Cowboys.
Yeah, we were going into we were like, we have momentum going into the hardest part of our schedule.
Yeah.
Maybe we could capitalize on that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we ended up losing to the Lions 1,000,000-0. No, 44-30. And it was just our defense couldn't keep up in any way, shape, or form. 44 points. Ridiculous. A bunch of plays that they made look real easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Cowboys got started way late.
mm-hmm.
Maybe not way late, but
Well,
like
we didn't
still
score a
pretty
touchdown
late.
until the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, they scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. The Lions did. So
Yeah.
it's just.
Ooh, a bunch of I think a bunch of penalties for both teams. This was the game that was weird for officiating.
Mm-hmm.
Lions got some calls that definitely shouldn't have. They definitely shouldn't have gotten. The Cowboys got some calls that they shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
And both teams had a bunch of like missed calls on them too.
Yep. We had 76 yards lost, and they had 50 because of fouls.
Yeah. Yeah, which was around this point too. We won those first 3 games after coming back in the bye week, and and the Cowboys weren't really committing that many fouls.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
Weird
Lions
calls.
game and after Lions game, it was a bunch of penalties again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there were a couple weird calls in this game for both sides. Tough no call pass interference to end the game on Ferguson.
Oh yeah,
that one was. How'd you not call that? Well, they called it on Ferguson. Oh yeah, that kind of made me mad.
George Pickens drew a good pass interference call that immediately got picked up because the Cowboys were holding.
Yeah.
Or another.
Well, this was also the game where we
Ferguson,
didn't have our starting left tackle, and Aiden Hutchinson. Man, he took advantage of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at one point I was like, "What is that guy doing?" Not like he completely ignored
the entire game. They were just like, "It's like,
yeah,
you guys gotta move something around to get Aiden Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta plan around. Put Lipke in there as an extra lineman. Do something. Get Ferguson, the tight end, over there on that side. Just have him on him because Hutchinson was just causing problems all game."
Oh yeah, he definitely wanted his revenge game too. What this was because last year Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg playing the Cowboys.
Did he? Was that against
I think
us?
it was last year. Yeah, it was against us. I think it was last year too.
Yeah.
So this was his revenge game, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that tackle, like, completely ignored a Lions guy. Looked to his left and just allowed the guy to run right past him.
Absolutely. It was wild.
But yeah, this was the part of the season that I was like, I give up.
Yeah, that one was pretty tough, but I was like, I still had hope for it.
Yeah,
Look, you can lose the one game. We gotta win out now.
Yeah, I should have just stuck with my prediction. Ever since the Raiders game, I was like, Lions is the guaranteed loss.
Yeah.
But because of how weird the Lions were the weeks prior, I was like, maybe the Cowboys actually have a chance.
Well, the weeks after too, man. The Lions were like their only good game that last second half of the season. Because after, then we ended up playing Minnesota at home.
I'm gonna say the most disappointing loss.
That's the one where I was
34-26.
I
was like, surely the Cowboys could win this one.
250 yards from J.J. McCarthy.
Mind you, the Cowboys had to win this one to stay in playoff contention.
Yeah.
And they had to win against the Chargers, which I thought the Cowboys could end up coming away with wins against the Chargers and Vikings. The Vikings just should have been easier. But it wasn't. This is the game Brandon Aubrey missed, 2 field goals?
He did, yes.
But you can't really blame him. He was kicking field goals all season.
Blame him a little bit, but he...
Yeah, you can blame him. He was indoors.
Even if we scored both of them, we still lost, so... It's not like that. I do think... Or no... What were his kickoffs like?
Kickoffs?
Yeah. Because I remember one of these games.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah, because in this game their returner had 150 total yards, return yards. So that's bad.
yeah, definitely. This whole Vikings game was just a mess.
Yeah, it was a really bad loss. Our defense was our defense, and our offense was our offense, but didn't do enough. And again, had to kick 6 field goals. Like you said, Aubrey missed 2. He still scored 4 in that game. We gotta score when we're on our side of the field. We gotta score touchdowns more often. It's just that one was tough, and it happened more in the second half of the season. But you gotta score in that half of the field. Can't kick that many field goals. You just can't kick that many field goals. Even against a lesser team this year like the Vikings. Just failure.
Yeah.
Then we lost to the Chargers too. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
It was super frustrating.
It's very frustrating. And then we lost to the Chargers too.
Yeah, after that loss to the Vikings, I was like,
yeah, we're pretty much done.
Yeah. And there's no way we're going to win against the Chargers.
And we didn't. We lost 34-17. And, yeah. We started this game off decent. We were in a little bit of shootout. Have pretty much to the first half. We were going back and forth. They ended up going to the second half with a 21-17 lead. And then we don't score a single point in the second half.
Justin Herbert was dropping really, really nice passes.
He didn't score a single point in the second half?
Nope.
Terrible. We only had 1 turnover, 1 fumble loss from Joe Milton. That doesn't even count. That was in garbage time. How did we not score a single point in the second half? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, definitely after that Chargers loss. It was after the Chargers loss, right? Like officially, Cowboys are out of playoffs.
I think so, yeah.
So as quickly as the Cowboys got their first 3-win streak, Cowboys went on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, and it was bad and frustrating. Then we beat the Commanders and lost to the Giants. Neither game mattered. The Giants, for the second half, we didn't play our starters.
Yep. Jaden Blue got his first NFL touchdown.
Yeah. So did Maffa, our other running back. Joe Milton played okay, I guess. But our second string defense is obviously worse than our first string. And our first string is already the worst in the league. Yeah. But also Jackson Dart, kind of a dog.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I guess also, after the Vikings game, Jerry Jones said that they were going to take this, or they were going to look at Matt Eberflus for these next 3 games to see if he's going to stay as a Cowboy.
Yeah, which is a ridiculous sentiment that he would even not be fired after the season. But our defense kept doing dog, so...
Yeah, so I fully expect Matt Eberflus to be fired. Kind of hope he does.
Definitely need to get a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think overall, for having a new head coach, offense looked really good.
I agree.
Dak Prescott finished with 4,552 yards.
For the most part, I really liked his play calling.
Javonte Williams finished with 1,201 yards. George Pickens 1,429. And CeeDee Lamb even got 1,077 yards.
Yep.
So I feel like the offense is going in the right direction.
Ferguson was one of our better threats in the red zone.
Yeah.
Had a lot of touchdowns. How many touchdowns?
Ferguson had 600 yards and 8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns. So. Plus, Flournoy was a pretty decent wide receiver 3, dude. Turpin and Tolbert got their handful of chances. Our offense was looking good. We re-signed Williams and Pickens, and we're right there again, being one of the best offenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Really not too worried about the offense. Our offensive coordinator, our head coach, pretty dang good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess we should have mentioned that before the Carolina game, they signed Jadavion Clowney,
Yes.
but he didn't play that game.
Mm-mm.
He played the Commander game.
Yeah, and he played pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think offense is there. Offense is heading in the right direction.
We just need to re-sign the same pieces we had this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have like 3 major free agents.
Yeah, the biggest thing is defense to work on.
Yeah.
I'd say linebackers and good cornerbacks.
Cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers.
Safeties.
Quarterback, safeties, linebackers. Cornerback, safeties, linebackers. That's all. Really, screw it. Trade both of our first round picks away, get 18 second round picks, and get nothing but quarterback, safeties, linebackers. I don't even care, dude. One of them will work out. They'll be better than people we have right now. It's crazy. I still hope Siobhan Ravel Jr. can turn into something.
Yeah, he was coming off of injuries for a while.
Yeah, he's a rookie coming off injury, so I hope that he can get into proper form because I do think he can be a quality starter in the NFL and quality starter for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
We let go of Diggs. Forgot to mention that. He ended up going to Packers. I guess technically he's going to the playoffs, so hopefully Bland can
Bland
be better.
Mm-hmm. Bland got his ankles broken on that Lions game.
Yeah, he did.
That was kind of, I saw that and I was like, ooh, Bland.
Are you bad at football again? Yeah, definitely. It's all cornerback, safeties, linebackers. Maybe an edge rusher, but cornerback, safeties, linebackers.
Yeah. I will also say I never really liked Dak Prescott the last few seasons, but this season I got to give it to Dak Prescott. He had an amazing season.
Yep. This just affirmed to me this season, just fully affirmed to me that our last 2 head coaches sucked. At least in their play calling, because they make Dak look pedestrian and he's not. Obviously he's always been one of the more accurate quarterbacks, but they've just refused to let him do anything dynamic, and that's not what Shoddy did. And our new OC Clark, they actually used that Prescott and let him throw the ball downfield, let him make good reads, and we got to see what Prescott was with a good head coach, good offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Good play.
The last 2 coaches were what? Garrett and McCarthy? Yeah, definitely toward the end of McCarthy's head coaching seasons. I didn't like it. I didn't like his play calling.
Dude, it felt so stagnant.
Jason Garrett.
So frustrating.
Jason Garrett was kind of a weird head coach.
It just sort of felt like he didn't really have an effect on the team at all.
Yeah, I just remember him for no matter what, just...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
I think this new head coach is a good direction for the team.
I agree. I feel like the players seem to like him a lot. I like his energy. Again, I like his play calling.
And for having a bad defense, not that bad for finishing 7-9-1, I guess.
Yeah. Just gotta get a new defensive coordinator and cornerback, safeties, linebackers.
Yeah,
that's really it.
I'm fully expecting this draft coming up to be nothing but defensive players.
Yes, it needs to be at least the first 3 rounds, nothing but defensive players.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we end up, because I'm not 100% sure how this college draft class looks, but we'll see if we end up trying to trade our 2 first round picks to get a higher first round pick, or if we're trading down and do get multiple second round, third round, next year's first round. I don't know. We'll see or if we trade them straight up for another player. We'll see what we end up doing with them. We've been pretty good at drafting for the last, millennia. One of the things we're decently, always consistently pretty decent at is drafting. Have had very few, bad drafting years, in in the past 20 years. So, I'm excited to see what we do for 2 first-round picks. Hopefully, Jerry can work a little bit of Jerry magic.
And hopefully Eberflus is fired.
Eberflus has to be gone, dude. He has to be.
I saw a post of a Cowboy fan. He was like, I think it was a Cowboy fan. I'm gonna say it was because he was talking about Matt Eberflus. They said that he was that they better not do it privately. Jerry Jones better make a press conference and firing him publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty funny. Definitely shows how Cowboy fans felt about him and the defense.
Yeah.
Because even like I said, I forgot when I said it, but I said, yeah, even though the players are injured, I don't think that's really an excuse for how bad the defense truly was.
I agree. Yeah, well, I mean, again, we have a decent defensive line.
And we say all this to sum up. Cowboys are not in the playoffs.
No, we are not. And for the first time since the year 2003 or something, we had repeat NFC East division winners. And kind of feel like nobody in the NFC East deserved to be in the playoffs this year. But someone had to. End up being the Eagles. They're not going to make it far, I don't think. But tough is tough, I guess.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the offense next season.
Yeah.
I definitely hope the Cowboys are going in the right direction with the defense.
Gotta re-sign Pickens. Gotta re-sign Williams. Though no hate to Williams. Love Williams. Had a great season. Definitely Pickens is a priority over Williams because even though Williams had a good season, I don't think it was like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Impactful.
No. It was impactful, but I don't think I think he played good.
Yeah.
But he didn't barely above replacement level. Where I think our offensive line and our offense was just a good place for a player like him to thrive. So if you can get a similar type player for cheaper, I think you can be as successful or around as successful. I'd rather re-sign Williams just because we know he works, but I'd definitely rather re-sign Pickens, and if we can't afford Williams, I'd rather Pickens over Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, which kind of sucks, but
yes. And also use Lipke more. And then cornerback, safeties, linebackers. Cornerback, safeties, linebackers. Maybe an edge rusher. Maybe you get an edge rusher in there. Cornerback, safeties, linebackers. And we'll see what we end up doing on the offseason. 12th or 13th pick in the draft. So we'll see what we end up doing with that. And then we'll see what pick we get from the Packers. I don't imagine it'll be too deep of a pick.
Yeah.
I imagine it's still going to be top 24. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I had to say for this Cowboy season.
Frustrating. Excited for the offense. Re-sign those guys. Cornerback, safeties, linebackers.
Get a new defensive coordinator.
And we'll see you next year.
Hopefully in the playoffs.
Yes. Hey guys, we completely forgot to record an outro for this video. So I just want to say thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our social media. We'll try to get more active again. The holidays got us a little bit out of whack. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the podcast every Friday if you're a Dallas sports fan. And be sure to subscribe. Catch you guys later. Car crash.